our guest today, Solar. You are Eno. You are Julio.
Yes, very good.
Okay. Now, before we get on to the show, first of all, thank you for being here. You've got busy.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, I want to tell you that as I came to the studio, out there's hordes of girls, like 10, 20, 30 young girls, screaming, shouting, and everything. Now, guys, I want to ask you, I get used to that, but do you guys ever get that?
Well, actually, we heard that you have a similar problem, and we need some advice. So how do you handle it?
Well, the way I handle it, actually, I just look them in their face and I burp. And it clears them. They just move away very quickly. So burping is
Burping is a good.
I feel like next time you get hordes of girls chasing down the street, just turn around and burp.
Okay, that probably works.
Okay. Right, enough of the burping. Let's get on to something else. Now, you're a group.
Yeah.
Two.
A duo, yeah.
A duo is the better way to say that one. Now, I know you're Hot Topic, because I've mentioned to a few people, hey, Solar will be on the show. The girls have sort of fainted and said, wow, really, really, really. So you've got a huge following out there. But where did it all start from? Were you from cradle singing group duo? Because you're twins, aren't you?
Yes, we're twins. Father was Italian, and our mother's from Myanmar, Burma. Karen to be precise. We were born in Macau, and you can say music started right from the start when we were kids, because our mother used to love singing, just, while she was doing chores. Our father loved singing too, and so we grew up in a very sing-along, sing kind of family, and so it was always very natural for us to express ourselves through songs.
So it was like a smaller version of The Sound of Music, then, with like 11 tracks.
It was quieter, but more trap without the band. And we were exposed to the arts and music, because our father was an artist, and so it was quite natural for us to pick up instruments. As a matter of fact, our mother used to buy us a lot of instruments when we were kids, like really simple things like harmonicas, flutes, and anything like little electronic organs, just to get us interested without forcing us into music. And then actually worked, because when we were in our teens, we started picking up the guitar, started playing bands, etc. That's how we got into it.
So the trick is not to really force it onto your kids then, just
Well, that's what we suggest when a lot of parents approach us, about how we learn music, and I said, well, it just came naturally. I think children have a natural curiosity towards it, and if you place it in such a way that they feel it's something that's worth looking into, they'll do themselves.
Okay. So the music your mother was singing as she was doing the chores, then must have been good music. It wasn't like
Nat King Cole.
Hey ho, hey ho.
Nat King Cole was a show
From the 60s, the 50s. Yeah.
Any good music influences? Who would you say?
Influence is really hard to pinpoint which one in particular.
But we did listen to a lot of Simon Garfunkel.
Yeah, because of the harmonizing. Because we started off playing and singing at the same time, and we figured if we wanted to perform together, we needed to work out, harmonies and stuff. And so Paul Simon and Art Garfunkel was back then they were like that was a song that everybody was listening to, because every other person was learning guitar and every other person was learning their song. So I think it came into conflict.
Well, they're true magicians, which I understand you are as well, because you actually are talented, which is, I'm not going to be rude here, but some people are not necessarily talented. If you look pretty, you can get a group and can be famous in Hong Kong.
Yeah, considering we're not pretty, so we really have to work on ourselves.
Well, I'm glad you realised it's hard to come to terms with this, but I'm glad you guys...
I feel something with your fans out there screaming.
Well, I'm sorry. I'll tell you what, I'll put a good word in for you. Okay, here's some questions we have. We have some questions from Yo-Yo. Hello, Yo-Yo. Yo-Yo says, hello, Brian, Julio, and Dino.
Hello, Yo-Yo.
Okay, another question from Rita. Rita, hello, Brian. Do we have Solar tonight?
Oh, I think we do.
Yes.
We're the
Not that you
already have them.
We don't have them. That's the girl. Sorry,
we're the double.
Double, yeah, okay. No question here. Beyond, what are you working on now? Well, actually, I'm trying to work... Oh, sorry, it's for you. What are you working on now?
Well, we're working on...
trying to answer his question.
our new album. This is a very exciting process because we're producing this one. And so we have actually put together a team to work through all the various stages of production, and then that's in itself is already very exciting, meeting new people and seeing different viewpoints and
pulling it all together.
Writing songs.
Yeah.
So what's the most fun part? Because I see these, the music's fantastic and it's inspirational, but then the videos, are they fun to do as well?
It depends, I think, on the location and if you're under the sun. Because sometimes it gets really hot and you have to keep repeating scenes, because usually music videos implies that you're sort of at least figure doing music. So you're moving around, and sometimes it gets a little bit.
But we tend to be quite playful on set and just make it as fun experience as possible for everybody. We cooperate with the director. Tells us what to do, we just do it, you know, no complaints.
So you're not one of these temperamental artists who say, no, I want it this way?
No.
Not yet? No, never?
Never, no.
That's good. That's good. Okay, some more questions come in. Kylie, hi Brian, I hear solar. Yes, that's good, you're hearing solar. Thank you, Kylie. Amy will say, when will you be your next concert?
We don't know yet, but we are having, there's a line of performances coming up
in mainland China.
In Shenzhen, in Guangzhou, and Shanghai. I think we'll be spending some time in China next year, I mean between Hong Kong and China. And there's a lot of people in China who are beginning to be, you know, there's growing interest towards us. And so they're inviting us over more and more, which is good for us. But unfortunately for the people in Hong Kong, they're seeing us.
We're seeing less of you. Now, the good thing is, I know you speak, I'm amazed about this, you speak 7 languages.
Yes, but you can't confirm it, can you?
Higher.
Hi. We had somebody who somebody tried to check us earlier. Some people try to see if we could really speak all those languages, and I forget who it was, but they tried very hard because she spoke 4 languages and tested us in 4. Couldn't confirm the other 3.
But when you say speak, I mean, what are the words you know? You know, say, hey, you're a beautiful girl. How
no, I think communication is about getting your ideas across in the clearest way possible. So I think we're just going around circles here. But
we're rather fluent in the languages.
Right, okay. Okay, answer that one. Okay, so when you're writing your songs, when you're getting your inspiration, are you writing in English, in Chinese, or Mandarin? Is it different?
We write...
we tend to write in English, right?
Yeah.
Mainly in English. But an example, the other day we were writing a song and we felt it should have been written in Spanish. So we started writing it in Spanish.
Right.
So it really depends on what we work.
But first you write in English and then have to translate into Chinese, it loses some of its nuance.
It depends who's doing the translation.
Right.
Yeah, and in this, like recently, what we've been doing is we've been writing all the lyrics out in English, and then hand it over to a translator. And if the translator knows how we are, what we are about, and can really tap into the emotional, I think, things that are happening in the song because they come from our lives and stuff. And so far, everything's been really nice. They've been, you know, the messages coming across.
I would ask about, like, comes to your lives. You talk about everyday life, so if you've been on a concert and not incorporate it into your song, or are you talking about your love life or your...
I think everything, anything, I think, because what music is really just, for us, most of it is just la la la. Right? You know, you're there, you just want to sing, and then whatever you sing, it could come from anywhere. It really...
But recently, the latest songs we've been writing tend to be more about us, I think.
And relationships.
Yeah.
There's a song where I'm talking about my relationship with him, another one about us and our mom, and so they're quite personal. But we don't write it in such a way that you could actually say, oh, you're weird.
So, not so weird. But there's no of this, like the canto pop stuff where it's a guy meets a girl, falls out, and gets back together again. And
well, that's fiction. That's what we avoid.
Okay.
What we do is we poeticize.
It's more like, you know, get out of the door and stay out.
Yes.
It's just in English, because I think the great thing about writing in English, you don't really have to tell you're not forced to tell a story. You can give them. It's all about coloring
and imagery.
Yeah.
People make it up.
Yeah. And then you make of the song whatever you want. You know. So I think that's.
Well, I want to see some of you in action. We actually have a video here, so let's show this action.